guys, it's the Voodoo Doll, and today we're going to be talking about using tarot for cursing. I know a lot of you have probably never thought of that or heard of it, but you can use tarot cards for cursing. So each card has an association with planets, numbers, but you can use that for baneful magic as well. So I'm going to go through the cards and tell you what each represents as far as baneful magic goes. And then we'll talk about creating paths and how to actually lay these out, because there's a system to it. You can create your own, but I'll give you a few just to get you started. And it should motivate you to really sit down and delve into your magic and to get acquainted with your own magic. A lot of you haven't really fully met yourselves as magicians. You are, taking a little bit from me, watching somebody else on YouTube, and you're trying to do all these different things, but you haven't made it your own. So my suggestion is listen and get as much education as you can, but if something doesn't sit well with you and you don't want to do that, then don't do it. If you find something that you like in place of that, then do that. That's how you create your own magic. You really need to be your own magician and not just a parrot when it comes to regurgitating what somebody else said or what somebody else did. Make it your own. So here we'll go through the cards for cursing, and I'll tell you what each one is, and then we'll go through kind of practical application. So the first card for cursing is going to be the Hangman. So the Hangman can be used as a traitor being punished or self-undoing. So if you were trying to use this card in a spell and you wanted someone to really jack themselves up or trip themselves up, shoot themselves in their own foot, then that's a card that you would use to symbolize that in that ritual that you're doing. So you're also, in your rituals, you're using your herbs, your candles, your oils. This is in addition to that, to add more power and more clarity to the universe of exactly what you're trying to manifest with your magic. And here is the Hanged Man card. That is the Hanged Man. So we have death. So basically, death conquers all whose names are called. So it's pretty self-explanatory what you would be using the death card for. So next we have the Devil card. So the Devil card is used for abuse, domination, addiction, and bondage. Then we have our Tower card. And the Tower card is used for danger, destructions, heaven's rightful wrath. So that is your intent with the Tower card. The Moon. The Moon is fear of the unknown, confusion, mental illness, secrets coming forcefully to light. This is another one that you can use in conjunction. Last video I told you about herbs for cursing, and we talked about slippery elm. We also talked about some crystals and gems that work on the tongue, on getting people to speak the truth. Orris root is another good one that gets people to speak their truth. Barbados is a demon that works on truthfulness. He can get someone to tell the truth. So when you're crafting your spells, you want to use herbs that are focusing on getting the truth out, talking, communication, demons or deities that are concentrated on the same thing, and then you can use your tarot cards in conjunction with those as well. So it's about building energy, all in alignment for the same thing, wanting to manifest the same thing using different items. So the next one is going to be the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is a heart attack, cheating, three forms of sorrow. The Four of Swords. So your Four of Swords is illness leading to slow death and putting on ice, making someone freeze. Think of your freezer spell. That's what you would use that card for. We have our Five of Cups, disappointment, loss, the haunted past, and old curse. So this could be adding energy to that or adding oomph to that. Then we have our Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles, homelessness, unnatural disease, unable to get help. Five of Wands, anxiety, open conflict, struggles within a group. Eight of Swords. Bound and tied up, powerless, helpless, alone. Nine of Swords. Insomnia, anxiety attacks, depression. Ten of Swords. Destruction, despair, betrayed by multiple enemies at once. So we have the 10 of, actually, wait a second. 10 of Wands. That was the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Swords, we already went over. The 10 of Wands, which I just showed, is burdens, oppression, and failure to achieve a goal. And I just showed you the 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. And then we have the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups would be reversed. So when you're using it, you're going to use it reversed, but I'm going to show it upright. So the 10 of Cups is breaking up a happy marriage, and that's why it has to be reversed. So your 10 of Pentacles, again reversed, and that is upsetting family balance. Your Ace of Wands would be reversed as well, and that's a lack of desire, passion, drive, energy, and not being able to achieve your goals. The Eight of Pentacles, reversed, destroying someone who takes great pride in their work and who is revered as an expert in their field. The Nine of Cups, reversed. So our Nine of Cups is destroying happiness for what one has in their life and contentment. The Six of Wands, this one is going to be reversed as well. And this is to make their support team turn against them, their family turn against them. The Magician reversed. This would be to destroy their ability to get themselves out of situations, the inability to create anything. Your Three of Cups is reversed. This is for destroying friendships, destroying friendships. Your Two of Cups reversed. To destroy partnerships and relationships that are healthy. That's why it needs to be reversed. You have the Fool, and this Fool is going to be upright. And this is to make sure someone jumps right into your trap. So it needs to be upright. Temperance. So your Temperance card would be reversed, and this is the inability to keep balance, cool, and control, and to destroy their center. Your Strength card would be reversed. So Strength reversed is to take away strength. Your Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is to create opposition and strife and battles. These are all upright unless I say it's reversed. So then you have your Four of Wands reversed. And that's to create opposition and, oh, I'm sorry, that's ruin celebrations, weddings, parties, milestones in life that the person may be celebrating. So ruining celebrations, weddings, parties, milestones in someone's life that they may be celebrating. The Lovers. So the Lovers, again, that's going to be reversed as well. So that's creating conflict between lovers. And then we have our Wheel of Fortune, which is going to be reversed as well, and that's creating bad luck. So I think you get the gist of it. When you're using these tarot cards for cursing, if you are familiar with the tarot and you know what they mean upright, it's very easy for you to go ahead and reverse them and figure out the reverse. There's obviously more cards that you can use for this. I'm just giving you the basic ones. Go through the tarot deck and figure out the use for all of them. There's a use for each card, upright or reversed. So you can really figure it out. And obviously if you can use things for baneful magic, then you can use them for healing and love magic and things as well, knowing what the meaning is, using that card to strengthen that. So let's talk about how we are going to create paths. We want movement for our spell. So when we're laying these cards out, we want to see if we want this spell to just go forward and not back and forth. Does the person need to go through it once Or is it something that they need to go through and then it needs to come back? Do they need to keep, going to the top and then coming back down? Is it cyclical? Is it something that's gonna keep repeating? Every woman they meet, it starts over again. Every new job they get, the curse starts over again. These are paths. These are things that you can lay out with cards, and we'll teach you how to do it with salt or brimstone or herbs or candles. That way you can direct the energy of your curse and also the frequency. So when I'm laying out a path, if I am doing something that is cyclical, that basically is going to repeat until the person dies. So if you're cursing a narcissist, you would choose a cyclical path because they never learn their fucking lesson. So this is going to go to the day they die and possibly follow them in the next life. So what I would do is I'm going to lay my path out in a circle. So if I've chosen 4 cards, I'm going to choose the first card. Then I'm going to the order I want it to come in. So if I'm choosing 5 cards, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to take my salt or my brimstone, my graveyard dirt, whatever you're using, and I'm going to draw a direction for that. So I'm going to draw an arrow that goes this way, and then another arrow that goes this way to symbolize that it's going around and around and around. If you want to go clockwise, and draw the arrows clockwise or anti-clockwise, but that is a cyclical path. And then when I have that path laid out, I would go ahead and do your candles in the middle if you want, lay your poppet in the middle if you want, go ahead and do your rituals, say your invocations, evocations, whatever you're doing, high magic or low magic, and then I would use that path. So if I'm wanting something to just happen once in this person's life, they're only going to go through it one damn time, I'm going to use a single-ended arrow, and I'm just going to lay the cards out. If it's 1 card, 2 cards, 30 cards, you're going to go ahead and lay them out, and then just go ahead and draw an arrow. So you'd need a minimum of probably, I'd say, 3 cards for that. 1 card is not really a path. It's just kind of like a happening, a circumstance, a thing. But a path, you want them to go from this thing, then to this, then the curse changes into this, and then it develops into this. So that is what I mean by path. So a single-ended arrow. If it's something that they need to keep going back and forth between, where I want this person to have stability, then I want them to lose it, then I want them to get stability again, and where it's just driving them crazy because they can't hold on to stability, and then they get it, they lose it, and back and forth, then I would do a double-ended arrow to where it keeps going back and forth between these results. And again, create your own paths, create your own whatever. I'm just telling you, this is my process for when I'm doing it. So I pick out the cards that I want based on the result, then I create a path for my magic, how I want it to manifest. All this is doing is building up energy for you while you're getting ready to do this ritual. The more you focus on a ritual and the more power you put into it, the more preparation, I guarantee you, the stronger and more expedient those results are going to be, because you are focused. You know exactly how you want this person to suffer. You know exactly how you want it to be. So that is the purpose of this. So you've created your path, and now we're going to just do a couple exercises. I will read out a few examples. I have 2 for you, and I want you to just figure out of your deck, knowing the meanings of each card, the baneful meaning for each card, which card would you use for this scenario? And I'll put the answers down below of just what I selected. So if you had a scenario and you found out your boyfriend is cheating on you, and you want to destroy the relationship between he and his other girlfriend and make sure everyone in his life finds out. You also want his friends and family to turn against him when they find out. Which cards would you choose to make sure that this happened? I will put the answers below. Second example, you need to destroy your target's family life and make him lose his job. Which cards would you use for that? And one more, your target is a liar and you want them to get caught in their own bed of lies. Which single card would you use for that? So I'll put the answers below. Test yourself and see what you come up with. Oh, I think there's another one. There's one more. So your target is a successful businessman. His mistress hired you to destroy him because he broke up with her, And what are the cards that you would use for that? So I'll put the answers below. Have fun with this. This is your own magic. It's your own magic. You should be figuring out what makes you your best magician, writing down your results. If you did a curse and it manifested in a week and a half, what did you do? Did you meditate before? Did you take a ritual bath? Did you sit down and do a path and figure out all the tarot cards? What did you do exactly? That way you can keep doing it. That's why it's good to write down a journal of things when you're first beginning. What brought me the fastest results? So I sat down here and I spent an hour pulling out tarot cards to figure out exactly the path I wanted this curse to go through in this individual's life. Then I picked out my herbs, then I added a few gems, and then I created a path, and you got my candles, and you know, really just set the stage for it. And that spell manifested in that person, you know, getting fired or whatever it is in 2 days. Then you need to make sure you wrote down what you did. That way you can do it over and over and over again, because when you have success, it breeds confidence and it makes you think, yeah, I did that, I'm that magician. And when you start getting confidence, then you start being able to do it faster and more religiously. You don't have those times where it's like, damn, I did that ritual and it's been 2 years and I haven't seen any results, because your energy wasn't into it. Really, sometimes you have to work things a couple times to get results, but it should not be a 2-year period where you haven't seen one thing, man, not one. The person even hasn't stubbed their toe. I mean, something should happen within that period of time. So make sure you write everything down. That way you can pull from it and use it and not have to go through that period of stagnation while you're waiting for things to manifest. So that is Cursing with Tarot. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.